Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, freaks and geeks, trolls and derps alike, welcome. I am Mullet Mike with the
Titty Sprinkles
Gaming Network and Yoush, bringing you Season 2, Episode 2 of Creepy Gaming. Got a really special episode today as we will be talking about the game Polybius. Special sticky shout out to Crooked Gamers, Mega Cohog, Cheesy Boy 24, and Person You Don't Know 00 for suggesting Polybius. I have been really excited to do this episode. Hearing about Polybius is what made me want to do creepy gaming in the first place. I'm excited to introduce this to new gamers, unaware of this really twisted urban legend. So without further ado, turn the lights down and the volume up as we journey into some creepy gaming. According to legend, Polybius was an arcade cabinet released in 1981 to the Portland, Oregon area. Only a few cabinets were distributed to a few bars and arcades. Seeing as there's no known gameplay, there is a ton of debate as to whether this really existed or not, and as to what kind of game it was, although the general consensus believes Polybius to be a space shooter. It should also be noted that the name Polybius comes from the ancient Greek historian. Now here's where it starts to get creepy. Reports stated that some players had side effects and would see, well, what was supposed to be subliminal messages, and they would also see like these weird faces in the corner of their eyes, all while playing. Now, that's pretty twisted, but the web gets even more tangled. Back in the early 80s, games using vector graphics, such as the original Star Wars arcade, Battlezone, and Tempest, it was all the rage. These games looked totally different than any other arcade title of the time. According to the story, people wanted to play this game so bad that lines would form and even sometimes fights breaking out. So what made Polybius so addicting? Why did the people of Portland, Oregon want to play so badly? There were several side effects to playing Polybius besides addiction. Many include insomnia, headaches, seizures, nightmares, and depression. Some versions of this urban legend state that Polybius affected other players differently, changing their lives forever and causing even a few of them to become anti-gaming activists. Other versions of the story even go as far as saying that some players committed suicide after playing. So, by the way, what you're seeing right now isn't Polybius. This is gameplay from a recreation ROM. I probably should have told you that earlier. This is not the actual game. This is just a ROM of what the creator thought it might have looked like based on the reports. I am in no way claiming that this is real Polybius footage. Besides, I wouldn't do that to you guys. I like you guys too much for that. So what do you think so far? It's pretty creepy, right? Well, it doesn't end there. The story goes even further. Many of the arcade owners claim that these suspicious men wearing black suits would actually come and collect data from these machines. Many people believe these to be government agents. It should also be noted that just months after these men in black came, all the Polybius cabinets in Portland, Oregon just suddenly vanished. But we'll come back to this in a minute. In order to get to the bottom of this, let's check out the history of the game. Well, with so little evidence, it's really hard to do so. Nearly impossible. Nearly. The only known images from the game that we have is the supposed title screen and a few images of what is believed to be actual Polybius. Or would it technically be Polybii? Either way, this is all that is known to exist. According to the screenshot of the alleged title screen, we see that the game was developed by Sinneslöschen. When loosely translated, Sinneslöschen means sense deletion or sensory extinguishing. I guess just depending on what context it's used in. Sounds fitting. Sounds perfect for the alleged side effects. After a little research, I have not been able to find out really anything about the company itself. There's a Sinneslotion website, but it's a fan site with no affiliation to the company. The site does feature a download link to the recreation game that I mentioned earlier. Now back to these mysterious men in black. I have heard two major theories in regards to them. One theory that I've heard is because of the game's notorious side effects, that a government investigation was held, thus causing the game's disappearance just a mere months later. The second and more popular theory is that Polybius was distributed by the U.S. government itself, and that these men in black suits were really CIA agents. Now, it is no secret that the government had at one time tested on unknowing U.S. citizens with the project MKUltra. If you don't know or haven't heard anything about it, then definitely check out MKUltra videos. After the success of 1980's Battlezone, the U.S. government actually contacted Atari and wanted them to help create a new version of Battlezone, more than likely for government training exercises. Mind you, this is mere months before the Polybius cabinets allegedly started springing up. Not just that, but it is rumored that the lead programmer of Battlezone, Ed Rottenberg, also programmed Polybius. Again, remember, this is alleged, not confirmed in any way. If the government tested on its citizens with the MKUltra project, would they do it again with Polybius? Now, I know what most of you were thinking. Don't get all conspiracy theory on me, Mullet Mike, if that is indeed your real name. Well, I'm not. There is no conspiracy about it. These MKUltra tests really happened. There is proof in unclassified government documents. The proof is in the pudding, but you have to eat the pudding in order to get to the bottom of it. Okay, Mullet Mike, fair enough. But aren't you afraid about talking about this kind of sensitive subject matter? Well, no, not really. I have special permission from a high authority figure. Hello?
This is a collect call from...
It's Bill Clinton, bitch.
Do you accept the charges?
Yeah, sure, why not? Hello? Mike, how you doing, you crazy son bitch? Just returning your call. What's up, buddy? Hold on, let me get away from this DJ booth. Yes, Mr. President, thank you. I didn't think you had actually returned my call. To be perfectly honest, I meant to call my weed man, but it's all good, brother. I wanted to call you back anyways. I wanted to tell you about your web series, Creepy Gaming. It is one of the best shows on YouTube today. Wow, thank you, sir. That's really... I would not lie to you. You have shown that you are a true American, a true representative, and I am proud to have you as... Oh, hold on, shot time. Mr. Woo, damn it, son. That shit'll make your eyes brighter and your teeth whiter, I tell you what. Whew. Whoa, anyways, what's up, buddy? Mr. President, in my next episode of Creepy Gaming, I was going to talk about Polybius and mention MKUltra. Will that be okay? I mean, I'm not going to end up missing or anything like that, right? Nah, man, you'll be fine. I'll just make a couple phone calls for you in the morning. Everything'll be cool. Oh, thank you, sir. Hey, man, I'm in town here in Little Rock, up at the penthouse. Got some ladies here. Sir, really, that's... Candy's a big fan. Mr. Hey, wait a minute. Say hi to Candy.
Hey, baby.
Hey, Candy. No, sir, really, I can't. I'm a married man. I have a kid now. Hell, I'm a married man, too. It's never stopped me before. Yes, sir, but with all due respect, it is Hillary. Good point. Well, Mark. It's Mike. Mike, thank you again for your series, Creepy Gaming. I just want to say for the record, I did not play the arcade game Polybius. Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. President. And may God bless America. Wow. That has got to be the coolest president we have ever had. But seriously, if I disappear sometime mid-season or simply quit posting on YouTube, then something bad's happened. But anyways, so what do I think of Polybius overall? Did it really exist? Or was it just another great internet hoax? Well, I gotta admit, I'm kinda on the fence. I think most people automatically dismiss it, and understandably. I mean, there's lack of evidence, but to me, every legend stems from some form of truth. As far-fetched as it sounds possible. Just maybe not probable. One thing I've always found strange was the alleged data removed from the arcade cabinets themselves. Did we really have that kind of technology back then? Mind you, this was 1981. Could an arcade game record players' responses? Another thing is the 1981 copyright on the title screen. Isn't there a way we can check public records to see if this copyright really existed? Also, if people really committed suicide after playing this game, there would be some kind of document or official statement, a newspaper article or something. I couldn't find any of these. I tried researching anti-gaming activists and their Nazi ways to see if there was any of them that have ever mentioned Polybius. Nada. As a matter of fact, for once, I don't even have any sources to back up any of the claims in this video. Unless you count the creepypasta wikia, which I don't. So yeah, big fucking citation needed here. The only real source that I have is the MK Ultra documents, and even that's sketchy. I will say this though. In 1985, a German gaming company created an arcade game called Polyplay. This cabinet featured many games including puzzle games, and yes, even a space shooter. So is this where the urban legend came from? Does this explain why there was so much confusion as to what kind of game Polybius was? The game Tempest was known to cause seizures amongst a small handful of players, and eventually a few arcade cabinets had to be recalled. Was Polybius a legit game, simply having to be recalled for something similar, causing gamers of the time to create exaggerated stories as to why it was removed? Yeah, I could see something like that. To me, that sounds much more plausible. Either way, Polybius will live forever in infamy. Until someone comes forward with hard evidence, I'm looking your way, Steve Roach, then we will never know the truth. Only speculate, debate, and discuss. Polybius has not only left its mark on creepy gaming history, but has left a huge mark on pop culture as well. Yeah, sure, most of you already know about the Polybius cabinet in the Simpsons episode, but did you know that you can also see a Polybius cabinet in Batman Incorporated issue number 1? I'm sorry, if Batman says it's true, then I have no other choice to believe him. I am Mullet Mike with the Sticky Paddle. Thanks for watching. Keep it sticky, stay creepy. Peace!